this week you're going to really be seeing from the way that your external circumstances arrange themselves, what it is that you're believing about yourself and about the world and about the way that the world works and all the rest of it at a deep sub/unconscious level. So this is an interesting one because it can go in any direction with this. You are going to be having this highlighted to you this week. This is something I'm getting very, very loud and clear in terms of, like, you could look at it as being a law of attraction from the point of view of like law of magnetism, the law of assumption, even the assumptions that you're making about yourself, not just on the conscious level, which is like 5% of how everything works. We're talking about the deep sub unconscious. The energies at the moment, what they're doing, and I've already been having this discussion today, is there's a lot of very, very high energy coming in, and people are looking at the energy and going, that's really heavy. No, the energy is not heavy. The high energy is highlighting everywhere that you are holding sludgy, stagnant, discordant, chaotic, or dark energy with attached belief systems and all the rest of it. And the reason why that stuff is being highlighted is so that you can become aware of it and so that you can actually shift it. Okay, so all of this, what we call sludgy, heavy energy, is actually serving you because that is your shit that you're carrying around, that you are having shown to you so that you can do something about it. Okay, so really, truly, like, law of assumption, law of attraction stuff on steroids, basically. You are going to be seeing what is in your field which has previously been hidden. This could be good stuff. This could also be bad stuff from your perspective, okay? In truth, nothing's positive or negative. It all just is. It's all just experience. But you can have your benchmark of what you want to be experiencing, and you can also have what you believe is available to you, who you believe yourself to be, so on and so forth, going on underneath the surface level. You're going to be seeing things about yourself this week that you weren't previously consciously aware of. And you're going to have the opportunity within that to make decisions and to shift energy so that you can create change. You can do that by yourself. You can do that with helpful guides, etc. There are so many different ways that you can do this. One thing I do want to add into all of this that I'm saying now actually is kind of pertinent time. So last week I got loud and clear that it was time for me to create a reboot for clarity on your next soul aligned steps, and for me to actually, rather than just putting it up as a thing on TikTok or wherever, basically wherever you may happen to be watching this video now, various different social media channels, that this actually needed to be a properly created pack. It's got an audio in it, it's got a video in it, it also has a PDF on how to work with it that includes very useful journal prompts that will help you to clearly tap into your own inner knowing of what needs to happen next. It shifts energy like a motherfucker. I'm just going to say that right now. It really does. I used it for myself yesterday because I needed some clarity on something that I was aiming at, and I got that clarity straight away, knew exactly what I needed to do, and then rocketed on with actually taking the actions. Okay, so this pack that I've created is incredibly powerful. If you are currently feeling like you're sitting at a crossroads, like you don't know which way to go, like you want intuitive guidance on what steps to take next, but it just that you don't seem to be able to connect with it, this is for you. It is $23 I've priced it at. I could price it a lot higher. It's incredibly powerful work, and I charge $1,000 for the proper reboot. This is $23. It's for you. If you're wanting to move, you're frustrated with yourself, you're feeling stagnant, you're feeling stuck, this will fucking sort that out. It's going to get things moving like shit off a shovel, for want of a better way of putting it. And you can access it via the Stan store in my bio or the link tree, depending on where you're seeing this video. And Essentially, the audio is 20 minutes long. The video is 7 minutes long. You can use either. They both work. They work differently, but they both do exactly the same thing. So you can choose which one you're working with based on the way that you want to work with the pack, basically. And you will be in no doubt as to what you need to do next. You will also have no resistance to doing what you need to do next once you've worked with this. It is designed in such a way that if there is an action that you need to take that you have had resistance to, you are not going to have resistance to taking that action after you've finished running this. You are going to feel motivated. So, and it feels in some way that this ties in with this week's message rather usefully. I wasn't expecting that to be the case when I was starting to tune into what the energy is doing this week. But essentially, we come back to this thing quite a lot of the time. The things that are blocking us from moving forwards are the things that we cannot see within our energy field, within ourselves, and so on and so forth. I have produced something that helps you to get rid of that shit. Okay, it's an incredibly cheap price. I could sell it for a lot more money. But yeah, $23. Check it in the bio. But yes, this week, essentially, be aware, regardless of whether you're doing anything with that pack or not, be aware of the fact that all of the so-called misfortunes that befall you in your life are purely showing to you where you have some misguided opinion. I'm going to say opinion because it's like the lowest, like what I'm going to call lowest vibrating beliefs about yourself. Like opinion is down on the floor in terms of dirt when it comes to, if you have misguided opinions about yourself that have turned into beliefs that, for example, beliefs that you're not worthy, beliefs that nothing works out for you, like there's so many different things that I could talk about here. They're going to be shown to you because of this high energy that's coming in on the planet right now. That stuff is going to be rattling to the surface so you can see it, which means that, you know, there's a degree of expect the unexpected. There's also be grateful for the fact that you're being shown the stuff that needs to shift so that you can shift it, because that is when you get to make progress. That's when you get to transform. That's when your life actually gets to actively change beyond all of the kind of what I'm going to call wishful thinking manifestation that people do. When you properly shift the energetics and you change the underlying structures that you're operating from, your reality has no choice but to change. That's a fact. You're going to have the stuff that needs to be looked at and changed showing itself to you this week. Isn't that exciting? You're also going to be seeing all the things that are working right within your structures and stuff. So that's also good. You know, it's probably, like, I just want to say right now, like I'm sort of seeing this now, a week of high highs and low lows. Okay, so two extremes. Be expecting that, but also understanding that those low lows are literally just showing you the things that you need to go in and rejig. If you need help with that and you'd like to work with someone who is fucking brilliant at doing this stuff, you can check out ways to work with me via the link tree or the Stand store in my bio, whichever one is showing, depending on where this video is. I'm sticking the URL addresses on the screen as well. If you're on TikTok, if you're on one of the other places, you'll find it around the video somewhere. Anyhow, I'm sending you so much love. I'll be back next week with more, possibly with other stuff in between. And if you're in the UK and you're celebrating the bank holiday, happy Bank Holiday Monday. Mwah.